Just do a quick sound check. Okay, we'll just get you mic'd up, Chevy.
Hello. Oh, see?
What was the first software you ever used?
Quark Express. In university, I was studying design. Even taught Kim Shaw, the editor of Campaign Brief magazine, how to use it in return for ad space to get my first job.
Oh my God. Photoshop 3.0, which I think was like 1994. Oh my God.
It was back in the 80s. I loved playing with my Amstrad CPC computer. It had this drawing app. It was all in 16-bit. And I loved applying the Paint Bucket tool where you could create these patterns of walls. So I was taking the spray can and I was spraying on these 16-bit walls. It felt so cool. But unfortunately I lost all the drawings because I never figured out how to save them.
That's a bit sad.
It is sad. It is very sad.
Adobe Flash that has already died. I remember the first project in advertising was to create a mini Facebook game like made of Adobe Flash.
Microsoft Paint. It's classic. Sometimes I still get my client using Microsoft Paint to mark comments on my layouts, or they use it to do a layout to make it follow it. Sweet!
How do you flex your creativity outside of work?
Floral styling. I was planning to open an IG shop, but I got too lazy and busy.
I love building art installations, combining various technologies, kind of challenging myself.
I like to gamble a little bit, I like a flutter. Poker and blackjack.
Oh yeah, I have also one more hustle. I started making ice cream. Bailey's salted chocolate chip is the best.
And I love, not the online stuff so much, but definitely in person, where you can read people's body language and feel intimately the risk versus reward of strategic decisions, and I have a lot of fun doing that.
I try to make electronic music. I'm a bit rusty, to be completely honest with you, but I love doing it. I actually took a break from advertising for 3 years and went back to university to study it, and it was the best thing for my career because it actually made me more creative, made me more confident, definitely made me more aware of how to collaborate with people from different backgrounds, particularly from tech backgrounds. So, I'm all about taking those creative timeouts whenever you can.
I've been helping out my girlfriend and now my wife to set up her friend's pastry shop. So from branding, packaging design, and one good things about doing this that I will never run out of dessert. Can I promote my wife Instagram here? Oops.
What technology is floating your boat right now?
The rocket ride by SpaceX. It's not happened yet, but it's a mind-blowing and workable idea. Sending people to the space and then drop down to the destination. It just saves people a lot of time with a fascinating window view.
Oh my God, VR, AR, MR. These are the technologies of the decade. Virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality. Virtual reality, you're in this virtual world. Augmented reality, 50-50, 50% real reality, 50% virtual reality, mixed reality, mix of the two, the best. This is the decade.
I'm a fitness geek and I really love sports technology, especially these days because of the lockdown. Live sport has driven rapid innovation. So now esport and traditional sport has kind of like merged together to make a better experience.
Google Home is still pretty awesome. I like tangible and applied technology in my life, things that make things easier and simpler to get stuff done.
Anything that repurpose our waste or our byproducts to make new wonderful things. Like my coffee cup right here is made from reconstituted coffee beans. Amazing.
How has your definition of creativity evolved?
Maybe it's kind of an artifact from my ADHD, but I always try to connect the unconnected. It usually took me into the right place.
When I got the brief, I'm no longer thinking of like prints or film. It could be beyond that. It could be like thinking of a cool augmented reality or something virtual reality, or even like, I don't know, maybe an app on your watch, or yeah, like, I mean, everything has been evolved, so we have to adapt to the technology itself.
I've never really tried to define creativity. I think that's dangerous. One thing's for sure, it's not creative if it doesn't manifest. Yeah. So whether that's involves technology or clay, or something even not imagined yet.
Well, you know, as more and more new technologies are invented and appear, creativity naturally evolves with it. With new technology comes new and amazing, never seen before ways of making, you know, your ideas come to life, of creating new experiences for people, you know, creating magic in the world.
I think technology helped the creativity to the extreme, like putting everything into life. It just make everything happen, everything in your mind. Just make it out.
What new skills did you learn while locked up?
During the lockdown, I learned Chinese horoscope, Bazi, 8 characters. At first, I just learned it because I'm bored, and I learned it just for fun. And now I know how to read people's life, and I know what's my lucky colors. So I will put them inside my layouts, and maybe that let clients getting them approved more easily.
What's your lucky colour?
It's red.
I tried to pick up the guitar.
This is the top of the heap right here. There's no question about it. Look at the flame on that one.
And dusted off after a long time. Then I quickly put it back down again because I realised my rockstar days are probably behind me. So,
During the lockdown, one major realization I made was that everything is unpredictable. You don't know what's happening the next day. So I tried sharpening my game engine development skills, because it's all about esports nowadays. So if the whole advertising thing doesn't pan out, I guess I can start building games.
I learnt Zoom and Microsoft Teams.
I am officially a coffee chef, so I've been learning Indonesian cooking, because in Hong Kong, Indonesian food is pretty expensive and it's not good. So yeah, I'm now a chef.
Apart from that, I also taught myself coding, or at least tried to. I did quite well with the old CSS, but then JavaScript, I'm going to be honest, it broke my brain.
What are you betting on next for the industry?
I think it will be mixed reality. Have you guys watched Black Mirror series? So it's gonna be a blur between reality and virtual reality.
the thing I always bet on is creative talent. Creative talent. Creative talent. Creative talent. Without creative talent, we are nothing. They are the geese that lay the golden eggs always has been.
Actually, I'm quite looking forward to see one day we all working with our laptops or tablets. Some physical device, just no, because I hate bringing my laptops around. It's heavy. And maybe some days there is something new to replace the laptops, tablets, but still serving its purpose. So everyone just get laptopless.
The next big thing for sure is machine learning, which is a subset of AI. You see machine learning being integrated into hardware and software constantly. You see so many papers, research papers being released every day. So I definitely believe this is one of the major breakthroughs, having machine learning as a creative asset for creatives. And who knows, most probably the next big idea will come from GPT-3.
What's GPT-3?
It's a text generator.
Chevy might have said something similar to this, but I completely agree. I really hope there's something comes along that reinvents the way we interact with screens. Just a new way to experience content. So whether it's smart glasses or even projections or holograms, whatever it is, I think that we've spent enough of our lives staring at our laptops and our smartphones. So what's next?
What would you do differently if you could do things over?
If I could do things over,
I probably keep working on my After Effects skills because I stopped after I graduate, or learning UX UI.
I'm really bad at 3D rendering, and when I see a lot of 3D renderings out there, it's so amazing. So I wish I could learn 3D rendering better.
I probably would have started my own agency or creative company, but I'm not done yet by a long shot.
If I could do it all over again, I'd probably be a landscape gardener.
If I could go back, I would definitely learn to RTFM or read the fucking manual. That would have saved me a lot of time for trial and error.
No, I wouldn't. I would just do the same thing, but I would just be more confident. When I started out, I would have been more confident in myself, had more self-belief, and just, being braver and bolder. What have you got to lose?
What's your one practical tip on how to upskill it to kill it?
I think everyone should be open-minded and don't be afraid to learn something new or try something new. If you don't know, just ask or Google it. Nowadays, Google and YouTube are everyone's best friend. Skip ad is everyone's soulmate. Oh, and try to read a couple more sources or try to find out the best answer, the best solutions for yourself. Be active and be positive, because everything is not as difficult as it seems.
I don't think this is something that has changed throughout time. It has always been important to be very proactive and techno-curious. Maybe follow all the latest online social trends, never stop learning, have many tech friends, and maybe be also a bit of a gamble, like read. And important, be lucky. Yeah, that's the big one. And buy Doge. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not the last one.
Keep up with the latest technology or new software. Easy, just download the software you want to learn. And I'm sure there are plenty of tutorial videos out there on YouTube. Also, keep up with the latest news, latest trend, Donald Trump's Twitter. Oops, just kidding, I think he's over. Because the great idea is great when it's relevant with the audience right now.
Well, thanks to the internet, there's never been a better time to upskill it than now. It's super easy, super accessible to everybody. So there's no more excuses for sticking in your lane and just having a narrow skill set. I mean, you don't have to be a master at everything, obviously, but it is helpful to at least know the basics of a range of skills. So, for example, if you think you can't write, you can literally learn from the masters on websites like masterclass.com. Or similarly, if you think you can't code, there's a really wonderful one that I love, which is called superhigh.com, and on that website you have these amazing virtual classrooms where you're meeting students from all over the world with all different backgrounds, and it's actually really a lot of fun. And finally, I would say never be afraid to throw yourself in the deep end, because really nothing makes you upskill faster than necessity.
This can be your creative weapon of choice. With its infinite apps and tools, you can make pretty much anything a reality. In fact, we produced this whole thing on one in a couple of days. If it's good enough for Steven Soderbergh or Selena Gomez, it's good enough for you. Just be creative with it.
Okay, thanks, Reed. Great, that's a wrap. Okay, let's all go for beer now.
Done.
Oh, thank you. I stop it.
Should I take this to my plastic surgeon? I can't get it off.